So good day everyone, my name is Irene Jun Manalo and we will going to tackle the lesson in Q4 Module 6. In this class you will need what you need is your module, a notebook for your outputs, and a pen. So if I say answer now, you're going to pause this video and you're going to answer the task I will going to give you, and you can resume it if you are done answering. So Q4 Module 6, literature is a tool to assert one's unique identity and to better understand other people. Objectives: define literature, determine the importance of literature, and apply and use literature as a tool to assert one's identity and better understand other people. So, what I know: direction, write T when the statement is true and anti if not. So number 1, literature only entertains us. Number 2, literature is a means of exploring human nature. Number 3, literature can be a means of understanding every individual's differences. Number 4, when we read, we also educated. Number 5, diversity and uniqueness are evident in various literary texts. Are you ready? Okay, answer now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's check your answers. There you go. Did you have a perfect scores? If yes, then awesome. If not, then it's awesome, but you can try again. What's in? In the previous module, you have learned about the different types of conflict. Below or above is one of the examples given in the previous lesson. So a student lost his report because his laptop has run out of power. Do the following. Number 1, identify what type of conflict is shown in the situation. And number 2, how would you resolve such conflict? What's new? Direction. Group the following foods according to their origin. Use the 3 major islands of the Philippines as your guide. So here's the foods: dried mangoes, yama cake, marong, lechon, lapas bachoy, bagnat, mangosteen, chicken inasal, cassava cake, buko pie, tuna, kinilaw, strawberry, durian, and durian tart. So are you ready? Answer now. 3, 2, 1. Are you done? Let's answer your assessment. Have you done it correct? If yes, then awesome. Then if not, it's okay. You can try again. What is it? What is literature? What is its importance to us? How can it become a tool to assert one's identity and better understand other people? Literature entertains and educates us. It can teach us about the past, help us understand the present, and empower us to create the future. The greatest literature goes still further. It reveals not only insights of individual and social character, but of the character of life itself. Literature helps us explore human nature, triumphs, shortcomings, and failures. We can uncover the thematic message the author communicates to the reader. gains new perspectives, and learns from the experiences of others, even if they are fictional. Literature doesn't just make us smarter. However, it makes us us, shaping our consciences and our identities. Strong narratives help us develop empathy. Individuals who frequently read to fiction seem to be better able to understand other people, empathize with them, and see the world from their perspective. With empathy comes self-awareness, of course, by discovering affinities between ourselves and character we never imagined we'd be able to comprehend, like the accused murderer Dmitry Karamazov. We better understand who are we personally and politically, what we want to change, and what we care about defending. We are part of a diverse and an ever-changing society. For us to live in harmony with others, we need to accept our differences, try to understand each other, and not tell these differences serve as a hindrance. Just like the grouping of the different foods for the different region in the Philippines, because they are native to the place, as we people may also be grouped based on our characteristics, especially on how we approach same situation. However, we don't need to be isolated from each other. What we need is to learn to work or live with each other despite our differences. One method for doing this is incorporate literature and encompasses topics on compassion and tolerance to understand the unique needs of every individual and help each to deal with the vulnerable situation. By reading such books, one can learn to develop empathy and can associate an aspect of his or her life to that of the characters. What's more, read the story very well and answer the questions that follow. So the title of the short story is A Shawl for Anita by Lolita Andrada. My mother brought us up single-handedly. It was a Herculean task for a woman so frail, with these adolescent children, but she managed. She never finished high school, but her deft hand had skillfully asked out a living for all four of us. She was good of knitting. Divided of us until the eldest got a diploma of teaching. Then she put up a sari-sari store to send the other children to college. Mother wanted us to start a college degree, and she had sacrificed much to see us through. Mother had a soft heart, especially for Anita. Anita was youngest, and I, being the middle child, had always invited her. She was sickly, and mother willingly indulged her. My sister whimpers never irked her. She was ever so gentle with her when I was impatient and jealous. I never understood my mother. My mother, who had always been a frail woman, was much thinner now. Athena was married by now and had never stopped being pampered. Her lack of concern for mother's failing health was getting on my nerves. I felt like shouting at her, calling her names when I heard her ask mother to knit a shawl for her. Mother could hardly refuse, but I knew that the task was just too much for her. Her fingers had lost her flexibility. Rheumatic pain told on her knuckles and felt a million pins pricking. My heart went out to her every time I saw her painfully knitting needles in the yarn. The rest of us did not want to see mother lift a finger. She was too old for work, and we wanted to save her from the burden of doing even the lightest household chores. Mother said she felt useless being cooped up in the house all day, doing nothing. That was before Anita sweet-talked her like knitting her shawl. I was beginning to hail Anita for being so callous. Knitting the shawl might have been an agony for mother. but she never showed any pain. At the end of the day, she would look at her hard work or handiwork, a smile on her lips as she held it against her. Knitting proved to be a slow process, but Mother didn't mind. I did, and when Anita showed up one day to visit Mother, I scolded her for being so thoughtless. Anita touched my arms and in a gentle voice said, "I did it for Mother. Toshal is giving her reason to leave. She was wasting away, didn't you notice? She felt so useless because she had nothing to do, no matter how small. Mother is one person who prefers to live her life waiting if she stops working. She will stop living." I nodded my head. Perhaps Anita was right. I was beginning to understand my mother. So the process questions are: answer the following questions in your notebooks. Number 1, who is the narrator? Number 2, what can you say about the narrator's character? Number 3, who is Anita? Say something about her character. Number 4, based on the turnout of events in the story, should we just judge people immediately on their actions? Why or why not? So number 1 is the narrator of the short story was Lolita Andrada. Number 2, what can you say about the narrator's character? They were like they have bad sides and also good sides. They possess the real attitude of a sibling. Third, who is Anita? Say something about her character. Anita is more like a spoiled. If you read it, if you read her name first, he was like a spoiled child that she wants to have what she wants. Number 4, based on the turnout of events in the story, should we just judge people immediately on their actions, why or why not? So for me, we should not judge other people's action first, or yes, because we don't know the reason why yet why they did that action, and you just have to be considerate and sensitive enough to respect it until they open up why they did such thing. So what I can do: instruction: compose a simple narrative about setting aside differences, emphasizing assertion of one's unique identity to better understand other people. Be guided by the rubrics. So this is the rubrics. Assessment. Direction: write T if the statement or idea is true and F if false. Number 1, themes about living harmoniously are also stated in the literature. Number 2, readers cannot relate to fictional characters. Number 3, literature does not help us explore human nature, triumphs, shortcomings, and failures. Number 4, we can also learn from experiences of others. Number 5, literary pieces helps validate or invalidate our identities. So are you ready? Answer now. 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So have you checked it correct? If yes, that's very good. If not, then you can try again. So that's the end of our class, of our discussion. Thank you for participating, and good day to all. Thank you.